Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Georgie, so happy to have you here. Today we're going to be practicing Kriya for the neck and thyroid. So through some of the postures and the chanting that we do in this Kriya, we're really going to help to balance that throat chakra, our fifth chakra, which is all about our communication and our ability to express ourselves. And by doing the physical postures, we're also going to be helping to regulate our thyroid. Our thyroid is what is responsible for our metabolism, but also our energy levels as well. So this is a really great Kriya to do if you're feeling a little bit run down, a little bit low, and are just looking for a great boost. As always, we're going to begin our practice today with 3 arm sweeps and tuning in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the divine Guru within 3 times. So when you're ready, nice and comfortable in Sukhasana, in easy pose, we're going to begin with our fingertips touching the ground, eyes closed, sweeping the arms up on the inhale. And as our hands join together in prayer above the head, we're going to exhale and draw that prayer down towards the heart, thumbs touching the sternum. Again, sweeping the arms up, pressing the hands together in prayer above the heart, and exhale, sweeping the hands down to the heart center. Last time, inhale, sweeping the arms up, reaching the hands together in prayer, exhale, bringing that prayer to heart center, allowing the thumbs to make contact with the sternum, forearms parallel to the floor, pressing the palms in together. Taking some breaths here just to connect to the beat of our heart beneath our chest. Our thumbs represent the ego, so allow the ego to meet the truer essence that lies beneath the thoughts, the wants, the desires. Before we tune in, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Taking a moment to reside in the connection before gently opening the eyes before we come to our first posture. Now we're going to stay in Sukhasana and we're going to interlace the fingers in Venus lock, so fingers interlaced, and then left thumb going over the right to channel feminine energy, right over the left for the masculine. We're going to bring that behind the head and neck, and then we're going to just take 8 long deep breaths here, followed by 1 minute of breath of fire. And breath of fire. Taking a deep breath in, holding the breath, holding the posture, and exhale. And as we exhale, we're going to apply Mula Bandha, our root lock. So we're going to hold the posture, squeezing the sexual organs, the anal organs, and the lower belly. And we're going to hold, 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 and release. And we're going to take another minute of breath of fire. Taking a deep breath in, hold the breath, hold the posture. When you're ready, exhale, release, squeeze that Mula Bandha, squeeze that root lock. And releasing everything, we're going to come into a child's pose. We'll spend a few minutes in child's pose, so it's really important to be comfortable. If when you have your hands behind you, your bum is sort of hovering in the air and it's creating some tension, then please grab a block or something and place that underneath your forehead. What that does, it just gives you a little bit more space and support. And then when we're here, we're going to chant Om So Hung, which roughly translates to God, I am that. Now, God doesn't have to mean God in the Judeo-Christian monotheistic sense. It kind of just means creation. So it is I am one with creation. And we're just going to chant that mentally. If you would like to chant it out loud, you can do. But we're just going to chant that mentally. So Om So Hung. Taking a deep breath in here, holding the breath, holding the posture. And when you're ready, exhaling and gently making your way back up into a seated position, eyes open. I'm going to make it a little bit more complicated now because we want to do the same thing, except this time we're going to chant out loud, and we want to do it with lotus legs. So lotus legs are when we have both of our feet coming to rest on the top of our thighs. Now, if you can do that, fantastic. We are going to be here for 2 minutes, so it may become very intense for you. So I would perhaps recommend starting in Sukhasana, in our easy pose, our comfortable cross-legged position, and working our way up. So starting from here, maybe taking a block in front of the head, and then coming down and just resting on the block like this. Now obviously this is a really intense hip opener for us. It's going to unlock a lot of emotions, so just taking the pressure out of the hips in this posture is absolutely fine. If that's comfortable for you and you want to take it and you can get your head down, I can't even get my forehead to the ground in easy pose, so I'm going to be using a block. You may want to expand on that by taking perhaps a half lotus, and then again starting with the block, resting the head before making our way full to the ground. And like I say, if you have a very advanced physical practice and you would like to do the full lotus posture with the legs, and you can then again work on resting with the forehead first, and then if you can, making it all the way down to the ground. And then our hands are going to be held in Venus lock, but they're going to be held in Venus lock behind our backs, like so. We're going to be chanting Om So Hung out loud. Find whatever position it is that you're going to be working with, and let's begin. Om So Hung. Om So Hung. Om So Hung. Taking a deep breath, holding the breath, holding the posture. If you have a block, perhaps releasing the block and seeing on your exhale how deep you can go into the posture just temporarily, before inhaling and making our way into our next posture. For our next posture, we're going to come onto our backs for cycling legs, keeping the neck and shoulders and the head on the ground. We're going to lift one leg into the chest, raising the other leg off the ground, and we're going to go round, arms down by the side, trying to keep the legs low if possible, into this cycling circular motion. So we've done piston legs in other Kriyas, where it's very kind of keeping the legs parallel. This one's a lot more fluid and circular. So when you're ready, get yourself in position and let's begin. Engaging the core with this posture, trying to keep our low back against the ground where possible, perhaps bringing your hands underneath your pelvis to help tilt it will make things a lot easier for you if, like me, you have a weak low back. Deep, long, deep breathing. This is one of those postures that feels really easy to begin with and then soon gets quite challenging. So just sit with that challenge. Always try to see if you can do just one more, and then after that, perhaps just one more, and after that, guess what? Just one more, and then perhaps before you know it, you've done way more than you ever thought possible. Keep going, over halfway there. Hold the breath, hold both legs out in front of you before exhaling and release. Perhaps taking a gentle rock from side to side, and take a moment just to allow your breathing to return to normal. This is a very intense position. When you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and use the rocking momentum to bring yourself forward into a seated pose. Before we come onto our hands and knees, we're going to take cow pose, which is hands and knees, allowing the belly to drop and sink, looking up towards the sky. And we're going to take long, deep breathing here. Cow pose is really good for the thyroid because we're having our head up, opening and stimulating the glands in the head and the neck, allowing the weight to dip into the belly and the shoulders and the chest to sink, kind of counteracting a lot of that stagnant desk work that we do, those postures that we do when we're at our desk or on our phones. It's kind of really working in the opposite direction. Over halfway, keep breathing. Really allowing the body to sink. I'm going to hold the breath here, hold the breath, hold the posture. And then we're going to go from here on the exhale into our cat-cows. As you exhale out of the posture, arch the back and look towards the knees. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling to the knees. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Really stimulating our neck and our throat and our thyroid. Almost massaging all the muscles. So as you do this, really feel the contrasting movement between the vertebrae and the muscles as they move in these two very different directions. Coming to whatever position you're in, whether that's cat, whether that's cow, hold the breath, hold the posture. And then exhale, release, coming into a child's pose. Allowing your breathing to return to normal. Taking a moment in non-judgmental awareness. When you're ready, come back to our Sukhasana, our comfortable cross-legged easy pose that we began our class in today, and we'll get ready to finish up the practice. So bringing the fingertips to the ground, we're going to take 3 arm sweeps, and then we're going to take 1 long Satnam. Satnam meaning truth is my identity. So through Om Sohung we connected to the idea that we are one with the universe, we are one with creative consciousness. Now we are tapping back into the beginning of the class where we were connecting to our inner self. So we've connected to our inner self, our outer sort of lost self, if that makes sense, our universal self through this class today. So when you're ready, eyes closed, inhale, sweep the arms up through that creative energy, that creative consciousness, that universe we're all part of. Exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart. 2 more, inhale. We are one. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time, inhale, sweeping the arms up, up, up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a moment before we chant, making sure our forearms are parallel to the mat so that we have pressure applied evenly to both sides of the hands. The hands representing the polarities of the universe, whether that's masculine, feminine, rest and relaxation, or action and go, in, out, yin, yang. So feeling that pressure, that balance of the polarities, then feeling the thumbs, which represent the ego, touching the chest, the sternum, and just taking a moment to see if you can feel the beat beneath your ribs of the heart. That which lies beneath the ego, beneath our wants, our desires, our feelings of injustice or anger or perceptions, the truth. When you're ready, Sat Nam. Raising a thumb to your third eye, that point between the brows. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within guide your way. Hands to heart. Taking a moment to think of something you're truly, truly grateful for in this moment. Thoughts, feelings, people, things, moments, experiences. And when you're ready, placing the hands on the ground, sending that thanks out like a prayer for the benefit of everybody. A little love and compassion to spread. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. So although that's the end of the Kriya, that doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the class. I have a whole host of other playlists for Kriyas and meditations and deep relaxations. So feel free to check out any of those playlists. If you have enjoyed the video today, please give it a thumbs up. It would help my channel so much. And don't forget to subscribe for more yoga, meditation and wellness videos. And I'm also over on Instagram at Georgie_May_. So until next time, have a beautiful day.